for that word. Maybe chat can figure it out. But I am totally excited to be here and be able to share more with you about the 21-day blogging challenge. I actually got permission to share a couple of things that the alpha testers haven't even seen yet. So you guys are going to be the first ones to see it. And I'm going to go ahead and switch to some slides here, hopefully, um, so that I can show some of this to you. All right, hopefully you are seeing my screen right now. Travis, can you see my screen?
I can see your screen and that really, really amazing Kalatu symbol.
Awesome.
Love
Okay,
it.
so I will jump right in here. And actually, I've got a PDF that I will give you in a minute, but let me first just share really what the problems are that this solves. And you heard the alpha testers talk about it. We've got feedback from people that with this plugin, they're getting posts done in 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That is crazy fast. But the thing is, like Susan mentioned, these are good posts. This is content that can go live on your blog. It's evergreen. It's things you can be proud to share and drive traffic back to. So let's start with a simple question. Why aren't you blogging daily? This is something that I would love to hear your response in chat of what the challenges are for you with blogging. Where do you get stuck? Because this is something that if we can fix that question and take away all of the things that stop you from blogging daily and show you how to take that away for your team, make it easy for them to blog, you can imagine what's going to happen. Just like Travis said, he's seen 5 times as many posts. Imagine if you and your whole team were blogging that much, how much traffic you would be getting, how many leads you would be getting, and how fast your business could grow. Tying back into the email that you guys got from Dave Wood earlier, this right here is a secret to how to really boost your revenue, how to get more people into your business is blogging daily. So let's see, some of the reasons that you might not be blogging daily yet, or that you might see people on your team not blogging daily yet. Motivation, ideas, time, technology, writing skill. Have you ever said these to yourself or heard anybody else say those? I just don't have time. Nikki and Avram mentioned it can take hours to write a good blog post. Who has that kind of extra time every single day? Or maybe it's the technology that you struggle with, and you heard Chris and Susan share how much easier the technology is in this new platform that we're rolling out. It's just click, fill in the blanks, hit publish, you've got a blog post. Maybe writing skills when you've heard from people. I'm not Shakespeare, I don't know how to write like that. That is not a problem anymore, and I will show you why. The solution to these that I've seen, and this is something that I've been doing for a very long time with bloggers outside of network marketing, and I'm so excited to be able to bring it to you guys, is a blogging challenge. What is a blogging challenge, you might be wondering? Well, here's what it was like for me when I first started running blogging challenges before Empower Network and before the 21-day blog challenge. Number 1, you had to decide, okay, I'm going to blog daily. Number 2, log into your blog and stare at a blank screen. Has anybody ever been there? Number 3, you got to come up with an idea. Number 4, you got to fight with the formatting on the post. The image doesn't go where you want it. The text isn't where you want it. It's the wrong color. It's bold. It's the wrong size. You know what it's like to fight with that, especially if you're trying to share a video or images or some quotes. You finally get that done. You hit publish, and then you wonder where your day went. You look at the clock and you go, okay, I just put hours into this one little blog post. That's frustrating, right? And then once you do finally get that done, who has the time to promote that post and focus on building your business? That's a huge challenge. On top of that, if you're looking at doing this with your team, before you had this, number 1, you had to convince people to sign up and blog. Number 2, you had to come up with topics and writing ideas to share with them. You had to share those topics through email or Facebook. Watch people struggle with the technology. Has that ever frustrated you when you bring people on your team to have to watch them struggle? And then number 5, you just hope they stick with it long enough to see the results. Because if you've been around very long, you know the amazing results that we can get when we're consistent with blogging, but it does take a little time. The cool thing is that the results are amazing, and that with the 21-day blogging challenge, we have changed all of that for you. So first, I'm going to tell you how you can start your own challenge today, And then I'm going to show you how much easier we're going to make it for you with this plugin. So here's the basic steps. Number one, and you might want to write these down, is choose your date. So first thing you need to do is decide, when am I going to get started? When am I going to make this happen for myself? Number two, you've got to get some support. You need to surround yourself with people who will either blog with you, who will encourage you, people who will keep you accountable. Because you're going to have to remember to log in every day to get that blog post out there. So make sure that you're surrounded by support. Enlist your team in the challenge with you. Get together, decide on a start date, and say, hey, as of this date, we are all going to do a 21-day blogging challenge together. Get them involved. Step 3 and 4 is where it can get a little bit tough. Number 3, create your ideas list. So sit down and figure out, you've got 21 days. What in the world are you going to blog about every day for 21 days? Create your ideas list. And if you're blogging with your team, this is where you can be so helpful to them by coming up with those ideas to give them so that they never have to stare at that blank screen. And in a minute, I'm going to show you some really cool stuff we've got for you around that. Number 4, stop and gather some resources. And Jamie, I sent you some links. Hopefully you can post those in chat for people. Gather your resources together. This means before you get started, take time to make a list. Where are you going to go to find images for your posts? Don't let yourself get lost on the search for images. Instead, have some specific resources ready that you know, here's where I go to find a cool image. Here's where I go to find a great quote. Here's where I can go to find a video to share. So get those resources together for your team. The next step, number 5, very important step, blog daily. You might have seen that one coming. Blog daily. Step number 6, get out there and share the post after you've put it live on your blog. Don't forget this step. It's critical. Get out there and share it. And step 7 is to repeat daily. So repeat steps 5 and 6 every day. And I've got a PDF for you that I will give you in a moment. I'll change that Kalatu button. So if you did not click it yet, right now, stop and click the button. It's on the right side of the video. Get on that beta list. Because when I'm done, I'm going to change that button. It's going to turn into a PDF download for you of some of what I'm sharing here, some resources for you. So click the button now if you haven't already. Make sure you're on that list. But there's a missing step in what I just shared. If you're in chat, see if you can guess what it is. I'll give you a minute. There's something missing from that process if you're doing this challenge yourself. Everybody put some guesses in. How does this make you money? How do we tie into building our business here? Because what we told you the 21-day blogging challenge would do is to break through the challenges that keep you from blogging passionately and profitably. Blogging about your passion is great. Sharing what you care about, sharing what you're excited about, that's all awesome. But it's got to tie into, how does it build your business? How does it make you money, right? All right, so blogging challenge. This is what it looks like when you log in and see the 21-day blogging challenge. And I'm going to go through really in depth and show you some cool stuff inside it. As Susan mentioned, there's 7 easy to use fill in the blank templates. I'll show you some examples of these. So the 7 templates are quotes, lessons, stories, resources, hacks, tools, and videos. Those are the 7 things that we will show you how to write a blog post about. And we've taken the learning curve completely out of this because, as you can see on the screen, instead of you sitting there and staring at this big, empty, super intimidating blank box and thinking, okay, well, how do I start a blog post? What kind of structure is it supposed to have? How do I end a blog post? You don't have to worry about any of that because all you've got to do is answer the questions. So for example, this template about life lessons, it says, what person, experience, movie, or other thing would you like to write about? And give you some examples. My mother, the librarian, the ballet, Ghostbusters, Shakespeare, my trip to Disney World. All you do is fill in the blank, and then you continue. As you go down this, it'll ask you some questions. Why are you sharing this? Or what would you like to say to introduce the post? And it gives you some ideas. Begin with a question, a quote, a statistic, a statement that grabs your reader's attention. Then what's the lesson you'd like to share? And you can see these are flexible templates. You can add another lesson. So maybe you're going to write 5 things you learned from a trip to Disney World. You can continue adding lessons in there. Now here's the cool part where it ties into your business. You can select a call to action right here and choose what product or opportunity that you want to promote. And this can be, we've got some pre-made ones in there, so you can choose one for one of the Empower Network products, or you can create your own and add a call to action for your own wording, your own images. And then we ask you a question. How does what you shared in the post relate to the opportunity or product that you're sharing? So you can tie them together. This gives you a natural way to get people to read those quotes you're sharing or the stories you're sharing, and then you move them into the pitch, into the here's what you need to do next. Really simple to do, and then you hit create your post. So here's my questions for you. Can you answer a question? I hope everyone is saying yes. I can't see you, but I'm going to assume you're nodding yes. Can you fill in a blank? Can you click a button? Can your team do that? Can you teach someone else how to do that? If you've ever tried to teach people to blog, you may have run into a little bit of frustration with it. But think about teaching them this system. Imagine the power of this in the hands of yourself and your whole team. Everybody new that you bring on. Blogging Daily made simple. Answer a couple of questions. Write a few of your thoughts. Choose the product or opportunity you want to share. Again, there's the call to action you click from. There's some examples of what it will add to your post for you. Aren't those nice? Our design team created these. So that's how it works as far as the plugin itself, filling in those templates, filling in the questions step by step, and it's the same for each of the different ones I mentioned. Let me go back to that slide for a minute. You've got quotes. That's the one Chris and Susan talked about, where we give you not just the places to fill it in, but we actually give you the websites to go to. Where do you find some quotes? We explained to you, you got to make them around a common theme, how to tie it together. Somebody who's never blogged before can easily do this. Lessons you've learned, you can share your own stories. We've got templates where you share resources. Hacks, so you can give people, here's 5 hacks to do X, Y, Z better. Tools, videos, these are things that people are going to click on. When you share that post on Facebook and they see you're sharing 10 tools that are free that allow people to do a certain thing, they're going to be curious. These are the kind of posts that people want to see. So we're starting you out with exactly the type of content you need to be writing. You don't have to wonder anymore what kind of blog post gets people's attention, what kind of blog post will they click, and what will convert. So I'm going to show you just real quick a top secret sneak peek into something else we programmed that our alpha testers haven't even seen yet, and I'm so excited about this. You've never used a blog like this before. I think you've probably already got that idea that what we're bringing you with Kalatu Challenge is just so radically different from what you've seen before. When you log into Post, you're going to see more than one button. You're going to see there's the blue Create a 21-Day Challenge post. That's the one our alpha testers have been playing with and putting these posts together in 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Super fast, super easy to use. You're also going to see 2 other buttons. And you can use these along with the challenge or separately when you're writing a blog post. Let me show you how they work. The first one here, if you click Give Me an Idea, you'll see something like this come up. Random inspirational idea number 4, how I overcome obstacles. And it'll give you a prompt to give you an idea of what to write about. So this one is, what process do you use when you run into an obstacle? How do you deal with it? What type of support do you find helpful? What obstacles does your team run into? Can you choose one? Offer a few tips to your readers to help them see how they can overcome it. If you write a post like that, where you're sharing, here's how to get past this challenge, what do you think? Are people going to want to read that? Yeah, your team is going to love that. You're going to attract people who are struggling with that. Show them the solution. And right there, you're suddenly an authority to them. You're credible to them because you've shared a solution with them. So that's one blogging prompt here. And you can see there's some options here. You can click awesome, I'll write about this. If you do that, it fills in your title for you. You can start writing your post. Or you can click give me another idea, and this cycles through like 100 different ideas that you can blog about. So you click the button. Here's another one that comes up. If I ran the world, okay, if you were suddenly in charge of the world, what would you change? What would you do differently? You can write a really cool post with a prompt like that. And again, if you like it, you click the button, you write about it. If not, you can get another idea. Here's another one that we created. And this one, if you click Give Me a Headline, you kind of know what you want to blog about, but you need a headline idea that's going to catch people's attention. Click on that. You get a pop-up that says enter the topic you want to blog about. So you enter your subject here and click Get My Headline Ideas. And then it'll say, why not blog about? If I put sports cars in there, it might give me a title like What I Learned from Sports Cars. You can write some lessons you learned. And it works the same way as the other one. You can say yes, or you can say no, give me another idea. If I put in blogging, it might give me a suggestion like 5 shortcuts to blogging like a pro. And again, this one works the same way. You keep clicking Give Me Another Headline, and it'll give you more ideas. So you can see we're making blogging easy to the next level. We are making this so simple that anybody can log in, and with the tools we've created, with the stuff that we put together for you, anybody can blog successfully. And because we're setting this up so that it takes so much less time, we're freeing you up to get your blog post out there, but then to go promote it and to go get leads for your business, to get out there and really market. So not all your time is sucked into blogging, but you're getting amazing results from it. And one thing that I haven't showed you is that there's actually a second part to the 21-day challenge that we haven't revealed yet that will teach you step by step with instructions, with videos, with checklists. And anybody who knows me and anything I'm involved in knows I am all about checklists and step by step. It's got to be simple. It's got to be easy. And we're creating a second phase to the challenge that after you click publish, will tell you exactly what to do that day to promote your post and to get it noticed, to get traffic back to your blog. So as easy as you see this part that I've showed you, making it to blog, imagine promotion being that easy. Because that's the next phase that we're about to roll out to our alpha testers and show them. So really what the 21-day blogging challenge does is all these things that get in your way. You're afraid to blog, you don't know where to start, you're staring at a blank page, you don't feel like you're Shakespeare, you don't have the time, you don't know how to get readers, you feel like it's going to cost you money. All of the things that stop you are solved with this plugin and this platform that we've created. And we are, as a team, I can tell you, we are so excited. We can't wait until they give us the green light to let you guys in and to start using this platform, because we can see the potential it has to just transform the results that you're getting from blogging. Again, if you didn't click that button yet, make sure you click it right now, because this is my last slide, and I'm about to change the button to give you a download of the tips of how you can do your own blogging challenge right now before you get the plugin. That's what I had to share today, Travis, so I'm going to kick it back over to you.
Oh my gosh. That's literally all I can say to this is, oh my gosh.